All right, good morning to you. Daybreak here at iFiber 1, 7:39. And on the air, Dale and Jerry, morning.
Good morning.
Early, too. We're here early.
Yeah, a little bit before scheduled time. It's great to have you here. And we've been catching up with adventures you guys have been doing since retirement. And how long has it been? I mean, how long has it been? A year? Year and a half?
Year and a half.
Yeah.
And
It was like April, I think.
that one kind of
Nice.
went down?
Yeah, so April was the 1 year anniversary, and it's been great. Yeah, so we've been doing a lot of projects. They never seem to end. So people say, "What do you do?"
You're
and I
supposed
says,
to be relaxing.
"What have you been doing?" And I go, and I say nothing is the short answer. But we're
a
busy.
million.
We're so we put in a piece of wood, flashing on the back side of the shop yesterday. She's been painting and caulking, and
Wow.
and then I.
Nice.
Yeah, so just stuff like that, and
What is a 2-hour job is a 2-week job for us. So
Well, take
we,
your time.
we relish.
Nice.
You got plenty of it.
It's
Take your
getting
time.
You
move the boat
savor
from one
it.
side of the yard to the other.
Yeah. Well, it seems easy.
Been crabbing.
Oh, yeah? How's
Oh,
that
yeah.
coming
Crabbing
along?
is better than the last couple of years. It is not like outstanding, but enough to have some crab salad and
Yeah.
crabby things
What
are
is-
coming. And
So you have the thing from the Salmon Center or whatever that's got the...
yes,
can check the
6 and a
length of-
quarter inches, right? So we've
Oh, they
been
have to be a certain
Yeah.
width,
okay.
and then they've got
All right.
male, not female, and then you can get rock crab as well. So we did bring home one rock crab that was legal, and very tasty, and
Nice.
Yeah. I don't
And
think
then-
there's any size limit.
How do you
on
cook
them.
that?
same. You just boil them.
With lemon and butter and
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
just butter.
Yeah.
And a
So
lot
you
of-
first you just boil them in salt water, kind of
And clean them.
a brine, yeah,
Okay.
and clean them, and then you can do whatever you want with it after you get the meat out of them.
People, all over the world, they're gazillions of dollars on crab.
I
And
know.
we just go in our right backyard, and there it is.
There it is,
Backyard, throw
right
in a cage or a.
Oh, rock
yeah.
crab, sure, why not?
So
Yeah.
yeah,
What's up with this shirt? People won't be able to see it on the video, but it's a beautiful, beautiful shirt. It's a stylized image of the High Steel Bridge
Correct.
over the Skoke River. Where'd that come from?
that came from Potlatch actually. Yeah, they had a series of shirts. It's all good on the hood. Summer in hood sport. And there's different yellows and blues and different shirts and what have you. So a series of
Yeah,
I like that. too.
touristy shirts.
I like it.
And Octopus Hole is another shirt that we've gotten, which is another landmark deal up there for the divers. And so I've been their best billboard around. I wear
Nice.
one of these kinds of shirts almost every day. And
It's a
knocking around.
T-shirt.
Best
T-shirt
or
and
biggest?
shorts.
T-shirt and shorts.
What
They're
else
like,
is-
Dale will buy this. Come on, let's put it out.
audiobooks. How the audiobooks going?
Audiobook's going awesome. Sales have zoomed through the top. Almost got 30 sales now.
Good for you.
yeah.
Awesome.
That is
So,
awesome.
so the murder mystery's gone well, and then I'm in the throes of this baseball historic
Oh, yeah.
annals of the dead ball era in the early 1900s in the Boston Red Sox, and so that's been a fascinating read. It's a challenging book, and they said take as much time as you need.
Okay.
Pronunciation is very important, so I'm opening up the dictionary
How to
app all the
pronunciation.
time.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh man.
Gonna
Oh.
reach out to your.
And this
I'm
guy
bad at that,
likes to
too.
use fancy dancy words, and so he
No.
just makes me mad, and I start swearing
Do
in
you do
basic
the,
words.
the audio one? I'm always doing the audio one on how to pronounce.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
stuff.
that's what you do. You hit the audio, and then
Oh, okay, I got it.
so
now.
You're gonna,
And then you
reach
have to
out
go and
your
listen.
Uncle Elron, see if you can do any of his books.
I don't know if I'm going to do that. I'll take the center road on that one.
What else has been going on, Jerry? What have you been up to? How's
Well,
Habitat and all that?
Well, Habitat is great. In fact, I might come back and ask to talk with the community about the need for volunteers.
Okay.
We always need volunteers, and we are in the midst of building yet another house and selling one of the houses because we couldn't get a family that fit in the house.
Oh,
so
okay.
Huh.
we'll use that money to reinvest in building another couple of houses.
Oh,
so
nice.
yeah, and anyway, the whole limiting factor ends up being money, and then when it's not money, it's volunteers. So
Right.
so we'll be working on that issue. The block party went well,
Yeah.
and we're getting ready for another one in September for the Belfair area, and that one last year's Belfair
Went really
party
well.
went really well
Yeah,
as
there's
well.
the Belfair Habitat's a beautiful facility too.
Yeah.
Very big. They got a ton
Right,
of things
right.
that people bring.
Yeah,
in.
that's a fun store to go through
How
as
do
well.
people sign up for volunteering? on the website or coming down there?
Well, I
or-
think you can go to the website as well as stop by the store, and there's an application that you have to fill out because, of course, we want to make sure that we aren't putting people in harm's way.
Right.
Either way, and as far as what you need to know about building a house or whatever, there's all kinds of little jobs in the home preservation as well as the house building.
Oh, yeah.
And there's always a contractor there that we have employed that will delegate
cool.
out the
Okay.
jobs and also show you the technique and whatnot to make sure everything's
a proper
up
way to
muster.
build a home.
Right, and then in the store, there's all kinds of different things that are done there as far as, like helping to unload, dusting, you forget about the amount of dust and whatnot.
yeah.
Although I think that a lot of the material there doesn't set very long. And the other day we had a art fair out in our area there by Restwile.
That's true.
And there were some people that had just moved here, young people that had moved from Alaska, and they're up in Lillibop, and they stopped by, and I had some of Jim's, my husband's, pictures out, and so I told them about Habitat because they really didn't have anything, Well, we're gradually fitting up the house, and I said, well, go down to the Habitat store, and they didn't realize, number one, there was furniture, and the other thing there is building materials, leftover stuff. Sometimes you can't find 4 of them, but if you need 4 and you find 3, you only have to go buy 1
Yeah.
because they're all stock
Some good
items.
stuff there.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah.
And a great way to support the community as well as to take care of cost effectively replenishing your house. They
Right.
have some outdoor paint there too. They don't mix it; it's already pre-mixed. But that is paint that was donated from, I believe it was Walmart.
Sure.
But they have a lot of that, even in 5-gallon buckets and
Well,
whatnot.
nice.
It's expensive.
So
too.
just
Oh,
yeah,
it is.
oh,
Yes.
it really
Or
is.
the- And I know my dad had looked into donating some paints that he had and unopened paints, and there are some rules, whatever. But for the most part, you get that outdoor paint that's got the guards, the mildew guards, and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
could be
Yeah.
primer mixed with paint too.
Pay a
Yeah,
ton of money on that stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
So
Very
anyway,
cool.
and then the other thing I did, I did meet with with council person Deetra Peterson. I have talked briefly with Joe Schmidt, councilman, regarding some of the search that they have for their county or administrator, not
Oh, yeah,
county,
yeah.
but city administrator, and the fact that we really encourage them to find the right fit and not to take someone who's ready to just looking for a place to work another 4 or 5 years and
Right.
retire.
That makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah, and then also, they've got an interesting dilemma, and in terms of fitting the right person in there, because there's so many open positions and so much tribal knowledge
Sure.
that's being lost in this transition. But and I said to her, I says, I don't live in Shelton. I have a commercial property in Shelton. But Shelton being the only incorporated city in the county, that what happens in the city is a true reflection on the county. And so I think even county people need to be aware of what's going on, and if there's a solution or share it.
Even if you can't
Right.
make some of those decisions because you live outside the city, you
Right.
can definitely bend an ear.
Oh yeah,
Just talk about it.
absolutely.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. One thing, no, there's no hard
Communication.
lines. There's no hard lines. The city people and the county people blend all the time.
Yeah.
So.
Lots of blending.
But also,
Absolutely.
back on the council government versus the commission government, they're talking between themselves so that they're getting to know each other, getting to know a different point of view,
Yeah.
and so I think that part seems to be working
Oh, good.
well.
Very diverse
Good.
background.
Yeah. Well, and with the commission government, think about it. You can't talk to the other commissioners. So how do you build up a relationship and a level of trust? You
You
can't.
don't.
You
Yeah.
can't. So anyway, it looks like we may have done the right right thing on
Hey.
that one. Heaven help us.
Put that one in the win column.
Yes. We'll take them.
W.
All right, Dale, Jerry, good to see you guys.
Good to be here.
Thanks for bringing your dogs in too. They're just
Sure, yeah.
lovely.
Coco and Riley were anxious to come by and
They
visit.
were so excited.
Reminisce about the good old days, huh, Riley?
It's like
Yeah.
they've been here
It's
before.
like they've been here before.
They had to give Jeff kisses.
I remember
Right?
When they were just pups. Just pups.